Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie haul, DVD haul. So yeah, this one I've got almost 50 movies. Yeah, why? I have no idea. This is just some of the mess. Let me try to organize it very fast for you guys, so that I can show you guys the movies I've got. So yeah, they're all DVDs. Some of them, as you guys know, are combo packs. You know, more than one movie, whatever. Um, so yeah, very iconic films as usual. Um, I think one of them, yeah, one. I have at least one animated one, so that's there. Cult classics, action films. You have cult classics here. You have cult classics, Academy Award winning films. So yeah, let's start with the ones which are on the sleeves. Um, yeah. So first off, I got Unbroken. So yeah, I actually got the Blu-ray one. But it was for my mom. Like it was her birthday. But she always lets me keep the DVD version. So the Unbroken DVD version. So there's that. Next up, I picked up Lincoln, the movie Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis. I remember watching it when it first came out, but like I know I watched it. I just don't remember what happened. Um, it was about Lincoln's life, but that's not to say it was a bad movie. I just have really crappy memory. Let's just go with that. Um, this one I've actually never seen. The Men Who Stare at Goats. It's a George Clooney film. That's all I know. Wall Street, the one with Charlie Sheen. Again, never seen it. So there's that. This one, Slumdog Millionaire. I've never seen it. I don't know about this movie. I really want to see it, but at the same time, I don't. So it's just about the plot. It just seems kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. That kind of just revolves around the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game show. I think that's just what kind of turns me off about the movie. I've never actually seen it. I don't know. Like I want to see it, but at the same time I'm kind of hesitant because I feel I know it's praiseworthy and whatever, but I feel like it's a really dumb concept as a whole. King's Speech. Again, I've never seen this film. Actually, I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. So yeah, 3:10 to Yuma. I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. So yeah, so that's it for the ones in the sleeves. Now on to the ones in the DVD cases. Groundhog Day with who is this? Bill Murray. So we have Groundhog Day. I've seen parts of it. I've seen like the first half of it. Need to watch the whole thing. Fight Club, great movie. No Country for Old Men. Never seen it. I know it's fucked up. So yeah. The Expendables. I've never seen any of these movies. I've seen bits and parts of it, like some of the action scenes, but I've never actually seen any of these movies in their entirety. American History X. Yeah, I've never seen this movie. I've never seen anything of it. Like I know what it's about, but yeah, I really want to see this one. Superman Doomsday. I haven't really watched much of the DC animated movies, so that's why I got it. Okay, let me put this one on the side. Actually, here on the floor. Okay. Let's see. Next up, Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley. The Shining. I actually saw this recently. Yeah, this came off. I actually saw this recently. I got it and saw it again. Yeah, and I saw it. Really good movie. I will say this movie is a bit disappointing in my opinion. It's a great movie, but it does disappoint me a little bit in my opinion. So yeah, I'll get that once I review this movie eventually. The Gamera Legacy Collection. Never seen any. I've never even heard of Gamera before I saw this. It's got 11 movies, which are Gamera the Giant Monster, Gamera vs. Barugon, Gamera vs. Gaios, Gamera vs. Virus, Gamera vs. Gueron, Gamera vs. Jigar, Gamera vs. Zigra, Gamera the Super Monster, Gamera Guardians of the Universe, Gamera 2 Attack of Legion, and Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. So yeah, and I searched up the movie series. With 11 movies, I'm only missing like one or two more movies in the Gamera movie set. So yeah, look out for Halloween or October for this possibly. Well, this and The Shining for reviews on that. So yeah, Next up, another double feature, Clint Eastwood double feature. The Outlaw Josie Wells and Pale Rider. I already saw Outlaw Josie Wells. I haven't seen Pale Rider yet, so yeah. Okay, next up we have The Faculty and Phantoms. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed The Faculty already on my channel. I know I've seen it. I'm not sure if I've reviewed it. Yeah, I think I reviewed it in October. So there's that. Found it funny because it has Usher in it. So yeah, and Elijah Wood is also in it. But I just found it really funny that Usher is in this movie. And then we also have Phantomos. Phantoms. Fuck. Phantoms. Why did it take me so long to actually pronounce it? Has Ben Affleck, Liv Schreiber, Peter O'Toole. So that's great. Another 4-pack. This one has Gothica, Queen of the Damned, Dreamcatcher, and Ghost Ship. I heard they're all pretty B-list movies, so there's that. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. So yeah, got this movie. I will say I'm not that big of I'm not that big of a fan of the Lord of the Rings franchise. I haven't seen any of the Hobbit movies, and I've only ever seen the first one and this one. I don't think I've seen the third one yet. So yeah, I know it's considered one of the best, greatest movie series of all time. I haven't checked it out yet. So yeah, I mean, I've seen the first two movies, the first Lord of the Rings and then the Two Towers. So there's that. And I've reviewed the first one too. So okay. Some more movies. Okay, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Some of you are probably asking me, why do I have this? Basically, I actually enjoy this in a guilty pleasure sort of way. It's not the best movie. It does have a lot of bad things. It has a lot of flaws, but I do think I do like it in that guilty pleasure sort of way. And the way I'm about to compare this, you guys may hate it, but I kind of think of the first 4 Terminator movies. I've already seen Genesis. I still need to do the review. But the first 4, Terminator, Judgment Day, Rise of the Machines, and Salvation, the first 4, I kind of want to compare it to the original Batman movie series. The one with Tim Burton and Schumacher. You have Batman Returns, Batman 3, whatever it's called, and Batman and Robin. Yeah, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. And why do I compare it like that? It's because like this. The first 2 movies are great. The first one's pretty good. The first one is considered one of the best movies in its genre, and it's revolutionary. Batman, the first Batman was revolutionary, was one of the best comic book films of its time, and kind of still is one of the best comic book films of its time. Same thing, Terminator, one of the best sci-fi action films of its time, and still one of the best sci-fi action films, of all time. Then the second one comes out, and it's bigger, better, and darker to some extent. Batman Begins. Not Batman Begins. Batman Returns. Darker with the Penguin, and then you have Catwoman thrown in the mix. It's it's bigger. It's similar to like Terminator, where you have now the T-800 is now the good guy. So that's pretty interesting. So it is considered better than the previous one, and still considered one of the best in its genre, one of the best comic book films, Batman Returns, and again one of the best sci-fi action films, Judgment Day, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Then the third one comes out. It's not considered one of the best. It's not considered one of the best sci-fi action thriller movies or like this one, and it's not considered one of the best comic book films, such as Batman Forever. However, there's still enjoyment to be found in these movies, in my opinion. So yeah, and then the fourth one comes and just completely destroys the franchise. And if you're gonna add the fifth one, because we have Genesis, logically, the fifth one will be like this. For Batman, it'd be Batman Begins. We all know how that's gonna go down. Batman Begins or Terminator Genesis. Let's be honest, which one's actually better? Batman Begins, revolutionary, still is one of the best comic book films of all time. Terminator Genesis barely scratches the surface on best sci-fi or action films, or even best Terminator films at all. So, yeah. Okay, The Freshman with Marlon Brando and Matthew Broderick. Broderick. Haven't seen it. Actually, haven't heard of it. I just got it. Has Martin Brando. That's all I really need to know. The Mummy from 1999, I believe. I've seen it. I remember watching it once long ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't remember much of it, but I remember watching it at least once. So yeah, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I have actually already reviewed this movie on the channel, so definitely search for it. Really great comedy in my opinion, really funny. Yeah, and this one's the unrated version, which has 17 more minutes of it, so that's good. More comedy gold right there. Pretty good Judd Apatow movie. And still, I need to watch Trainwreck. That's another movie by them already. Judd Apatow, whatever. So yeah, Friday Night Lights. Considered one of the best sports movies ever made. Okay, here's the thing with sports movies. For me, sports movies are similar to video game movies. Normally, they suck. They're pretty bad for the most part. Like, if you find a decent video game movie, and similar to this, if you find a decent sports movie, it's almost amazing. Now, I will say there's probably more good sports movies than there are good video game movies or video game based movies. Because the only one I can really think of would be Wreck-It Ralph, and that's not even based on a video game. That's just all around video games. I mean, you could argue Pixels once it comes out and see how that goes. But I can't really think of a good video game movie. Maybe the Mortal Kombat movies, but I haven't seen them. Now, for sport movies, the only three I could really think of actually being good, or four or five movies I could think of that are sport movies, are Friday Night Lights, Space Jam, Rush from like 2013 with Chris Hemsworth. Space Jam, this movie, Rush, Caddyshack, and that's it. I had one more, but I lost it. I mean, there's not many sports movies in my opinion that are actually good. The Program, that's the one based on Louis Armstrong, I believe, or James Armstrong, the biker. That looks interesting. Looks like it's gonna be decent at the very least. Yeah, for me, sports movies aren't my type of thing. Sports movies and video game movies are like the same thing. For the most part, they're pretty bad or just mediocre. They really don't intrigue me. There are a few of them that are okay, but yeah. I haven't watched this one. I've actually been wanting to watch it, which is again weird because it's a sports movie. So, yeah. Hugo. I think I've reviewed this one already on the channel. If I haven't, then I will soon. Really great movie. One of the few Martin Scorsese movies that's PG. It's made for the family. So that's, I mean, because if you go over Martin Scorsese's track record, you have Goodfellas. The Aviator, you have these Rated R, and then you have Wolf of Wall Street, which is probably his most risque movie up until date, and then you have Hugo, which is most family friendly movie. Sacha Baron Cohen is also in this movie. Stanley Tucci is in this movie. Christopher Lee, he's in a small role in this movie. Asa Butterfield, he's in this movie. Yeah, again, Asa Butterfield. Really happy they didn't choose him as Spider-Man. So yeah. And I believe Jude Law is also in a small role in this movie. So yeah. And then to wrap it all off, end it all, it's one of the best Christmas movies ever, Elf. Yeah. Expect this movie review in December. Elf. So yeah, that's all the movies I got. I don't know how many that is, and I really don't feel like counting it. They're all on the floor right now. If you guys want to see an overview right there, that's all the movies right next to a shirt I have right there. Most of it. So yeah. What are your thoughts on the haul? Hope you guys liked it. Yeah, it's my biggest one up until date. I want to say it's the biggest one up until date. I think the only other movie haul I've ever done is showing you guys my whole collection. So yeah, that's basically it for this movie haul. Fight Club, Lord of the Rings, Unbroken, Gothica, Terminator 3, Elf, Superman, Doomsday, American History X, 310 to Yuma, Friday Night Lights, Hugo, all that good stuff. Expendables, Lincoln, King's Speech, Queen of the Damned, Ghost Ship, Dreamcatcher. All those are the Gamera series, like all 11 Gamera movies. All those movies. Those are all the ones I picked up. Wall Street. What do you guys think? Thoughts on it? Comment on that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Subscribe. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. And yeah, now I need to organize that in my collection. And hopefully I don't run out of space. And yeah, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off. Alright, so believe it or not, after I did the first part of this video, which took like what, 15 minutes already, about 15 minutes ish already, I actually, like, the next day, and I'm happy I actually didn't post this that video yet. I actually got 3 more movies. Call Me an Addict. Didn't really feel like waiting to do another movie review, not movie haul, within like the next month or whatever. Didn't really feel like doing a really short movie haul after I post the other one, so I might as well just connect it. So yeah, there are 3 Blu-ray movies. They're Blu-rays, so little change of pace. So yeah, the first one I got here, which I'm taking off like the little sticker on the top, is Big with Tom Hanks. Never seen it, heard a lot of great stuff about it. So yeah, Big. Yeah. Next up, another movie I've actually never seen. Really interested to see it, and it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Every time I look at this, I always think of David Bowie or something like that, or Prince, David Bowie, or Kiss or whatever. It's just really weird. I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen it in its entirety, but I've seen parts of it. And apparently it's a 35th anniversary version. I actually didn't even know it was that old. So, yeah. And last but not least, it's Die Hard. So yeah, I have in DVD. I have Live Free and Die Hard. I think that's like the 4th one. I believe that's the 4th one or the 3rd one. So yeah, and now I have the 1st one. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm trying to collect all the Die Hard movies, including the 5th one, which I actually haven't seen. I've seen parts of it. I've seen parts of it. It looks okay. I know many people say it's bad, but from the parts I've seen, I think it's just okay, like 5 out of 10 or whatever. Die Hard, one of the best action movies I've ever seen, one of the best Christmas movies that I've ever seen. Because yes, it is a Christmas movie when you actually think of it, because it takes place on Christmas. Really funny how that plays out. It's an alternative Christmas movie. So yeah, this and Elf I could watch during Christmas, and this for Halloween. So yeah, that's basically it for the haul. And yeah, bye.